Most people carry opinions as if they were possessions. They guard them. They defend them. They build identity around them. But the Stoic sees a quieter truth. An opinion is not the self. It is only a thought passing through. And when you stop clinging to thoughts, something changes. You become lighter, not careless, not indifferent, just free. Free from the need to argue for your worth. Free from the need to be agreed with. Free enough to let the world speak without demanding a reply. Opinions are everywhere. They arrive in conversations, in headlines, in quick judgments online. And the pressure is constant to take a side, to speak, to prove what you believe. Most people feel uneasy when they do not have a position. They think silence means ignorance. They think neutrality means weakness. But Stoicism does not treat opinion as a requirement for existence. It treats it as optional, because the mind does not become clearer by collecting more certainty. It becomes clearer by releasing what it cannot control. The need to hold opinions tightly often comes from fear. Fear of being seen as uncertain, fear of being overlooked, fear of not belonging. So people attach to conclusions before they understand. They adopt strong views as a way to feel stable. But this stability is fragile because it depends on agreement. It depends on validation. The Stoic notices this dependence and steps back, not to reject thought, but to see it more honestly. If your peace depends on being right, you are never truly at peace. Letting go begins when you no longer need your opinions to protect you. An opinion feels personal only when ego is involved. When someone challenges your view, it can feel like an attack, not because the view is sacred, but because it has become part of identity. The Stoic separates these things. He sees himself as something deeper than belief. Beliefs can change. Understanding can evolve. But the self remains. Self-respect does not come from winning debates. It comes from inner steadiness. And steadiness grows when you stop tying your value to what you think in any single moment. There is a quiet strength in not needing to respond, in hearing a view that you disagree with and remaining calm. This is not passivity, it is discipline. The Stoic does not surrender his mind to every external statement. He lets words pass through him without becoming reaction. Most arguments are not about truth. They're about control, status, pride. Letting go of opinions reduces the need to compete. It removes the hunger to dominate a conversation. It allows you to stay present without being pulled into noise. Freedom begins when you see opinions as temporary. A thought forms, a conclusion appears, a feeling strengthens it, and the mind says, "This is mine." But the Stoic watches that process. He recognizes how quickly the mind claims ownership, how easily a thought becomes a badge. Silence helps here. When you do not speak immediately, you feel the attachment, the urge to correct, the urge to prove, the urge to be seen as intelligent. Noticing these urges is already a form of release, because what is seen clearly loses its grip. Many people live as if opinions must be defended at all costs, but defending every view exhausts the mind. It turns life into a constant courtroom. The Stoic does not want a life shaped by argument. He wants a life shaped by clarity, and clarity is quiet. Clarity is not always confident. Sometimes it is simply honest. Honest enough to admit, "I may not know." Honest enough to change without humiliation. Letting go of opinions does not make you empty. It makes you flexible. And a flexible mind survives pressure without breaking into reaction. Stoicism is not about having the correct opinion. It is about living with correct attention, attention to what is real, to what is present, to what is within control. Most opinions are not within control. They are shaped by upbringing, by mood, by the people around you. They shift with time. The Stoic does not build his peace on something so unstable. He builds it on response, on character, on restraint. When opinions change, his identity does not collapse, because his identity is not built on being right. It is built on being steady. Letting go of opinions does not mean you have no principles. Principles are different. Principles guide action. They shape how you live. Opinions often only shape how you speak. And speech is easy. The Stoic cares more about action than argument. He is not obsessed with what people think. He is concerned with what he chooses. A person can hold strong views and still be unstable because the mind is still reactive. Freedom arrives when your inner state does not rise and fall with disagreement, when your calm does not depend on being affirmed. Modern life feeds opinion. It rewards quick certainty, fast judgments, strong statements. It teaches the mind to react before understanding, to share before reflecting. The Stoic steps out of this rhythm, not dramatically, quietly. He does not need to announce that he is detached. He simply chooses not to participate in unnecessary noise. He understands that many opinions are distractions, not from truth, but from peace. Letting go becomes a refusal to be shaped by every trend of thought, a refusal to let the crowd write your mind for you. There is relief in not needing to have a strong opinion about everything. Relief in admitting that some topics are not yours to carry, that some debates do not improve your life, that some arguments do not produce wisdom. The Stoic protects his mind the way he protects his body, not by hiding, but by choosing carefully what he consumes. When you stop clinging to opinions, your attention returns. You notice your breath, your posture, your words. You become more precise, not because you are trying to be perfect, because you are no longer distracted by the endless need to be correct. Letting go also changes how you relate to others. You stop trying to reshape their minds. You stop treating conversation as a battlefield. You listen more. You speak less. Not to win, not to persuade, but to understand what is present. This creates calm. It creates space where respect can exist without agreement. The Stoic does not require that others think like him for him to remain stable. That is real freedom. A person who can remain calm in disagreement has already won something deeper than any debate could offer. Over time, this detachment becomes visible. Your voice becomes slower. Your tone becomes cleaner. Not because you are trying to sound wise, because there is less urgency inside you. You are no longer trying to defend an identity made of opinions. You begin to move through life with less friction, less conflict, less inner noise. The Stoic becomes comfortable with being misunderstood, not because misunderstanding is good, but because it is inevitable. And if something is inevitable, it cannot be the foundation of your peace. Letting go means accepting that your mind belongs to you even when others disagree. There is a quiet freedom in leaving opinions where they belong, in the mind, not as armor, not as identity, just as passing thoughts. The Stoic does not chase agreement. He does not fear disagreement. He holds his attention like something valuable, and he spends it carefully, sometimes in speech, often in silence, sometimes in certainty, often in uncertainty, because a mind that can live without clinging is a mind that can breathe. And in that breathing, something settles. Not resolved, not finished, just quiet.